This is the most popular soda in America. The owner makes $800 a day with just this one simple move. Before making the soda, the owner squeezes lime juice into a glass. The lime juice adds a sweet and tangy flavor to the soda, and this is the secret to its high sales. The owner isn't quick to share his secret. If others knew, his soda might not sell as well. To create different flavors of soda, the owner puts different colored flavoring into each glass. Once the soda is added, the flavoring becomes less intense. This soda machine has been with the owner for many years. All he has to do is put regular water inside and press the machine a few times, and the water turns into fizzy soda. As soon as the soda hits the glass, it creates a lot of bubbles, and the flavoring mixes with the soda instantly. The owner hands the freshly made soda to the customer. While they're enjoying it, he keeps refilling their glass with more soda until the customer signals him to stop. For the price of one soda, you can drink unlimited refills. No customer ever refuses to buy his product. Would you be tempted by this soda? Place the steak in butter and sear it, and you'll get a butter steak that would make Michelin chefs blush. Before making the butter steak, the boss needs to prepare quite a bit. First, he wipes off the blood from the steak, as it can affect the flavor. Next, he cuts the steak into appropriate sizes, since the size also impacts the texture. Once all the steaks are cut, the boss soaks them in batter, gently pressing the steak to ensure the batter sticks well. This way, more breadcrumbs will adhere to the surface. He coats the steaks with breadcrumbs, ensuring they are fully covered. This will make the fried steak extra crispy. You can't imagine how delicious a steak can be, crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. Next, the boss places the steak in a pan to fry, immersing it in hot oil through a mesh. The hot oil instantly begins to bubble, and the mesh prevents the steak from disappearing while frying. Once the steak is done frying, the boss cuts it into thin slices, and you can hear the crispy sound as he cuts. After slicing, he spreads butter on a stone slab and places the steak on top. As the steak heats in the butter, it gradually turns a rich brown, releasing a mouth-watering aroma. Would you like to give it a try? South Korea is the country that makes the best toast. If you don't believe that, it probably means you haven't tried Korean toast yet. Before making the toast, the owner starts by preparing the egg patty. The egg patty is the star of this toast because it's packed with ingredients and blended together perfectly. Next, the owner spreads butter all over the griddle. Then, the egg mixture, full of veggies, is poured onto the griddle. The egg and butter create a series of chemical reactions, sizzling on the griddle. The egg gradually solidifies, forming a patty the size of the griddle. The owner cuts it into the right size and flips it over. Under the heat, the egg turns a mouth-watering golden brown. The air is filled with a rich egg aroma. Next, the owner heats up the bread so it absorbs the buttery flavor. The high heat creates clear grill marks on the surface of the bread. Then, the owner starts assembling the toast. He squeezes thick tomato sauce onto the bread. The sauce is so thick it sticks the egg patty and bread together. The owner also adds some melted cheese on top. The cheese not only improves the taste, but also makes the toast visually stunning. Finally, the owner wraps up the finished toast, ready for sale. When you get the toast, the cheese on top is still stretching into strings. Would you like to give it a try? This is Korea's oldest method of making rice cakes. Do you want to know why it has been passed down through generations? After watching this video, you'll understand. Workers begin by pouring washed glutinous rice into a grinder, turning it into rice flour. The freshly ground rice flour is incredibly fine. They add a small amount of water and mix it, then grind it again to remove any larger particles. This process makes the rice cakes even softer and chewier. Next, the workers add sugar to the steamed rice cake mixture. The sugar melts quickly under the high heat, enhancing the flavor. After that, the rice cake is placed into a mixer, making it even more elastic and chewy. When you taste it, it's guaranteed to be a delightful explosion for your taste buds. The workers also create different varieties of rice cakes. Depending on the method of preparation, the texture varies significantly. Rice cakes made from whole steamed rice are chewier than those made from rice flour. The workers mix the rice cakes with various ingredients, giving each batch a unique flavor. These combinations create exciting new tastes, allowing people to experience different textures and sensations. With so many ways to make rice cakes and countless flavor combinations, every bite brings a new surprise. Which kind would you like the most?